let me wash my face, brush my teeth, and definitely brush this bed head, and I'll be right back. Well, at least I feel a little more presentable. I don't have horrible bed head. I am having an energy drink this morning, and you guessed it, I'm having my all-time favorite Alani Nu cherry slush, which is pretty much impossible to find, so when I do, I stock up. My allergies are killing me, so let's watch my nose grow redder and redder as we sit here. The reason I look rougher than normal is I stayed up longer than I should have last night, and that's because I was binge watching Netflix all of season 2 last night of Russian Dolls. I am obsessed, and I'm sure season 3 won't come out for another, 2 years. I am keeping the morning chat quick and to the point. The plan for the day: I will be doing some dirty fasting, hence the reason I'm having an energy drink this morning. What I'm going to do is not have breakfast, so skipping breakfast, dirty fasting. I will drink water, and if I want a soda or something like that, I will. But my plan is this energy drink, water, and then lunch, snack, dinner, dessert, things like that. Probably around 2-ish. I'm going to keep an eye on my blood sugar to see where that goes, if it fluctuates. I am playing around with my long-lasting insulin, and I'm going to cut that down a little bit just to see how it works, because I have been having a few blood sugar lows at night, and we don't want to wake up any more than we have to at night, so I'm going to cut that back a unit or 2. There will be a longer chat later on in the video and a review. So we're going to talk about a drink that I had picked up not long ago. I think it was at Walmart, and completely forgot about it. And I've not even tasted it. It's just been sitting in my refrigerator getting cold. I'm gonna go do a little bit of work. I'll pop back in, and of course you'll be seeing everything I eat today. 10 o'clock, and it's time for my long-lasting insulin. I take Tresiba, and typically I take 10 to 11 units. Today I'm going to try 8 and see how that works. It's moments like these that I'm glad that I've started meal prepping again. Today, egg salad. I make it in these little containers, and what I'll do is I'll make each container a different variety or flavor. I've been doing the same thing with chicken salad. This egg salad is spicy egg salad. I used a little bit of sriracha sauce and mayo. I'm just going to leave it in this container, and I'll scoop it out with pork rinds. This is the Porking Good pork rinds in white cheddar. I'm pretty sure they came in Keto Krate. And to drink, I'll be having water. You guys ready for the sip and chat? I do have a long list of things I want to cover, so as always, this will probably be long. Now, the review is something I have had now for weeks. I showed this in a previous grocery haul, but I've yet to try it. Look at this itty bitty baby can. Coca-Cola, 0 sugar, and the flavor is Move. And on the box, it even says, tastes like transformation. Where do they get this stuff? So let's go over this one really quick. In case you've not seen it, everything's 0. We got 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 protein, 0 carbs. Only thing in this can is 35 milligrams of sodium. As far as sweeteners go, it's got 3. Sucralose, aspartame, and ACE-K, which is, and I always have a hard time saying it. I'm just gonna go with acesulfame. How about I pop it up at the bottom of the screen? That's why it's called ACE-K, because it's just easier to pronounce that way. And it's acesulfame. It has to be acesulfame. Potassium. Now, when looking at a can, you may not realize that that is a sweetener, because I never did. I thought, preservative, maybe a little vitamin or something in there. No. When we were out of the country on vacation one year, I got a Coke Zero and it said acesulfame potassium sweetener. That's when I realized that was a sweetener. Long story long. Let's go ahead and try this. You know what? I feel like I need to cleanse my palate first. Let me get a drink of water. You know, I've always got 30 drinks surrounding me at all times. So some water, and now some zero sugar transformation. Gotta do the smell test. Doesn't smell like anything fancy schmancy. Okay, now for the taste. Why does that feel like it's got... Wait a minute. Okay, first, it feels like it has a lot more carbonation than my last Coke, but it tastes like there's coconut in here. I have no idea. I've not looked at any reviews or anything. You know, I'm not on social media much anymore. Oh my goodness. Okay, one more time. I swear I think it's got coconut in it. Transformation flavor, Move limited edition. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm conflicted. Quite some time later and lots of Googling, Coke does not tell you what the flavor is. Everyone has a different opinion online of what they think this tastes like. Some say strawberry-ish, some say vanilla coconut, some say it reminds them of Bacardi rum, I guess, coconut rum or something. Oh, somebody says sunscreen, coconut medicine, caramel popcorn, buttery popcorn. Doesn't taste like buttery popcorn. Okay, final thoughts. Am I in love? No. Am I hating it? No. I've not found anything I'm in love with lately anyways. Would I drink this on occasion? Yes. Am I gonna reach for it on a daily basis? No. But let me know what you think. I feel like I need a drink of water now. Now for the hard stuff. Now for some truths. Now for some confessions. I'm gonna start out with the easiest. I have decided that on my next trip to the endocrinologist, I am going to speak to him about maybe trying out the pump for type 1 diabetes. I think that that is going to give me some better control. I have heard that it's a game changer. I have been reluctant to give up control. I am a control freak. In case you didn't know. I just think that it'll be closer to my 2-year anniversary. Maybe it is time to start looking into that entire process. Now, not only was I reluctant because I don't like to give up control, I still felt like I needed to figure this whole thing out on my own as best I can. And the biggest downside and the main reason that I didn't want to try the pump is I know I'm going to have to fight my insurance, because I had to fight my insurance for insulin. As a type 1 diabetic, they wanted me to try to control it with diet and exercise. So I know that they're not going to want to pay for me to try the pump. Battling an insurance company and fighting back and forth and all of the paperwork, it's stressful, and I just wasn't up for it then, but I think maybe I'll be up for that battle. Mentioned in my last What I Eat in a Day video that I had started logging stuff, meaning what I'm eating, if I'm fasting, if I have breakfast, my pain level, if my joints hurt, if I'm swelling. I'm writing down what meds and vitamins I take and on what days. I am on week 6 of keeping track of all of that now. I don't know if I've ever, well, I was gonna say, I don't know if I've ever done anything for 6 weeks straight, but yeah, I have 4 years on low carb and keto. I can accomplish things if I want to. I don't think I give myself enough credit, but I digress. I have figured out some things, not just from logging everything, but also from research that I have been doing lately. And I've been able to do that research and understand some things because, thankfully, I have not been having as much brain fog. Have I figured out why that is? No. What I've realized, I am going on a year and a half almost with this diagnosis, type 1 diabetes. And for nearly all of that time frame, except for about the past 2 weeks or so, I have blamed everything that's going on with me, swelling, fatigue, aches, pains, brain fog, digestive issues, getting sick when I eat, hair coming out, the list is long. I, being a newbie to type 1 diabetes, was blaming all of those issues on the fact that I was now a type 1 diabetic. That's not the case. I know it's an autoimmune disorder / disease. After talking to more type 1 diabetics, after researching this that I have been going through, more symptoms than I can list, it's not diabetes. I still remember the day when the doctor's office called me and said, well, we know why you haven't been feeling up to par. You are a type 2 diabetic and you need to come in and get medicated. And I told them, no, that's not possible. I'm not a type 2 diabetic. I'm on a low carb lifestyle. My blood sugar should not be 300. I knew immediately something else was going on. I went pretty much 0 carb to see if I could bring down my blood sugar, and it wouldn't budge. So I knew it wasn't type 2 diabetes. It was type 1. And I went into this mode of please, like praying to the universe, let it be type 2, because I feel like I could handle type 2 and can control it with diet more than type 1 diabetes, where I've got to do all this math and chemistry and biology and all that stuff to figure out how much insulin to take. So I was like, please just let this be type 2 diabetes. Of course, as we all know, it wasn't. During that time frame, I've known something else has to be going on, but now I've realized all of the issues, every single one of the symptoms that I'm having, something bigger and scarier than type 1 diabetes. And so now I'm back in that place again where I was at a year and a half ago, just wishing it was type 1 diabetes. Just please, the one thing I didn't want, just let it be that, not something else, but it is. I've already had a positive ANA, which shows that I have another autoimmune. To get an autoimmune diagnosed, virtually impossible, especially early on. It could take a decade to get a diagnosis. Writing everything down helped me pinpoint what I'm pretty sure is going on. Thankfully, I don't have these symptoms and issues all the time. Like today, I've just got some pain and some mild swelling. I'm not having fatigue. I'm not having brain fog. There are times though, during the 6 weeks that I've been logging, my symptoms have been so bad that I physically could not function I could not get off the couch. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I was in so much pain that I was just miserable. But then they would slowly start to go away and I would have several amazing days. I felt physically like the old Kristi. This made me realize that I was having flare-ups. I've not pinpointed what's triggering them, how long they last, or anything like that, but those are flare-ups of whatever autoimmune issue is going on. Then going back mid autoimmune flare-up, wrote down that I was having this tightness in my chest. I was having dry eyes, burning eyes. I had blisters on my gums. I had raised bumps. You could feel that there was a rash on my chest, and then I would have like little red dots, just red bumps all over my face. Pain, swelling, fatigue, nausea, wrote right here. The swelling was what made me start looking into what autoimmune issue could be causing that. When I started looking into it and all of the other symptoms, it looks to me as the non-professional, I think it's lupus. Thankfully, there is a test for that now. It was just approved, I believe, last year. Lupus is scary if you've looked into it. Back to saying, why can't this just be type 1 diabetes instead of type 1 diabetes and now what looks like lupus? Went on to the main lupus page and did the whole lupus quiz to see if this is something that you should bring up to your healthcare provider. And I answered 7 out of 7 as yes, I have that symptom. Since I've sort of been putting 2 and 2 together. When I was initially diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic, yeah, it was hard mentally and emotionally. I was having a hard time wrapping my brain around it, but I had none of the physical symptoms that I do now. I was still working constantly, putting a ton of content out. I did not have brain fog, swelling, none of those issues. And then it was just like, boom, a bomb went off and everything declined. Like I said, I just kept blaming it on diabetes. I should be going back to see Andy really soon. Now, Andy is my healthcare professional. He's also a type 1 diabetic. I pay out of pocket to go to this doctor's office that I go to. And I get more individualized attention. Truthfully, I'm not paying any more for this visit than I would if I went to somewhere where my insurance would pay, because I'd still have to pay so much out of pocket. So it just makes sense for me to go there. Anywho, he's not a rheumatologist or anything like that. And I'm not sure if he is going to be able to order the test to check to see if this is lupus or not. So my point here is, even though I can't get my rheumatologist to do anything or my endocrinologist, be your own advocate. Keep pushing for answers, especially if you know something is wrong. You have to basically be your own doctor. You have to be your own little investigative team. Figure out what's going on and then take that information to a good healthcare professional that's going to listen to you. Dinner is another really easy meal: Brussels sprouts and chicken breast. I put this in a pan with a little bit of olive oil so that I could go ahead and cook it up and crisp it just a little. And then when I finished up, I added some butter just for flavor. Brussels sprouts are one of my go-to vegetables. I never ate those pre-keto and low carb. Same with them. I crisp them up in a pan on top of the stove, either in butter or oil. I'll add bacon bacon, Parmesan, seasonings, and that's it. To drink with this, I'm going to be having water. I know this is a horrible habit, but after I have dinner, I like to have something sweet. I'm having copycat Cadbury eggs. These are keto and low carb. I have an entire video on them. I made these just recently because, of course, Easter is coming up. So what I'm going to do is link it down in the description box, and I'm going to also have it up in the cards for you. It's 8:30. I have managed to do literally nothing tonight except for lay on the couch, watch Netflix, and scroll through Poshmark. So I've already changed clothes. I'm gonna go wash my face and head to bed, or at least try to. Can you hear that noise? That's Briley upstairs. She's decided at 8:30 at night she's gonna clean and organize her room. I don't think I have anything else to say. Discount codes in the description box. Any recipes mentioned in today's video will be down there, or any videos, my other account. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you have any suggestions for future videos, you know where to put them. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.